Okay, we're gonna go through this kitchen and see the way they set up their storeroom, freezer, walk-in fridge, and fortunately for us, it is grocery delivery day today. So it is Thursday, and today's grocery delivery day. As you can see, the groceries are being left on the outside. This is what you call tailgating. Since the start of the pandemic, a lot of delivery companies are not coming into the facilities. They are not required to be tested. They're not required to show us proof of vaccination. So as a result, they're not allowed into the facility. So they have to leave the groceries outside and then the receiver will take it on the inside. So that process is called tailgating. And I know from my company, Rivera, this is what we do because we do not have control over Cisco and their company to tell them that they have to get tested or have to be vaccinated. So as you can see, the receiver is now starting to put groceries away. You saw some box on the floor on the outside of the walk-in fridge, and then there was some vegetables outside. This is a picture of the walk-in fridge. Over to your right, you can see some juices that will be ready to go to the juice machine. Inside this fridge on the left, you can see some fresh vegetable in boxes. There's also some food that are pre-prepared to go on the menu that's in the cart and the between both the two sides of the shelves. You can see their muffins on the right side and also their frozen coffee. And again, you can see the frozen juices. So this is a picture of the walk-in fridge. There they have the salad dressings that they have in use. And you can see some stuff that are prepared and labeled. They might be going to be used for the menu that day or for the next day. So again, this is a picture of the walk-in fridge. This is a picture of your milk fridge, so your dairy fridge. So you see the yogurts are there, milk in the back. And when you go over to your left, to the right side, sorry, you will see some eggs on that side. And then you'll see your margarines as well. Thermometer, very important to always have thermometer on the inside and both on the outside of the fridge. Take a look at the fan. The fans are necessary in your walk-in fridge and in your walk-in freezer because they help to circulate the air inside the fridge, and you always want to make sure that those are clean and free from debris. There's a hand sanitizer right there between the milk fridge and the dairy fridge, which is very necessary. This is a picture of your walk-in freezer. So over to the left, they have their frozen pies, frozen cakes, and possibly some frozen breads. Those look like some waffles, maybe left over from a meal a few days before or maybe the day off. And here is a picture of your walk-in storeroom, so your dry storage. So here you have some canned fruits, lots of canned fruits. You have your cream of wheat. Here you can see your thickened beverages. These beverages are purchased pre-thickened. This again is your walk-in, your dry storage room. Got some cereals on top. Got your cookies. I can see some protein powder on the shelf as well. I can see some jam. You can see some containers on the floor. So what Francine explained, the dietary manager here, she explained that the containers have rice, oatmeal, and sugar. And these small packages of fruit, pureed fruit, is what we usually give to the nurses to administer medication for the residents when residents are refusing to take their meds. So we usually purchase those for the nurses, not necessarily for the menu. You can see, again, this is the walk-in, the dry storage room. You want to check to make sure that everything is 6 inches off the floor in your dry storage area, your walk-in fridge, and your walk-in freezer. Think about if you have a flood in one of these areas and you have stuff on the floor, that would all be going into the garbage. You also want to think about pest activities. And that's why it's better to have your stuff tied up, enclosed in sealed containers. Like if you have cookies and you didn't use the entire package, you want to put the remainder into sealed containers, just like your jellos, and your pudding mixes. If you didn't use the entire package, you want to make sure that you have containers that you can put those in. It also saved the place from getting real messy as well. This is the walk-in freezer. You can see your vegetables over to your left. Sorry, over to your right, you can see your frozen vegetables. In the back, you can see some boxes. Those boxes also contain frozen vegetables. And those boxes are in crates, so they're not on the floor. They are pretty much about 6 inches off the floor. I was talking to Francine about her par stock and a few items she explained. Her par stock, she said, she needs to have supplements in house at all times. 6 cases of supplements, so her ensures. Bread, she needs to have at least 2 days supply of bread. Cereal, she said 2 days supply of cereal. She always need puree bread mix in house. And she says she normally go for 4 boxes. That's going to be her minimum. For her sugar, she need at least 1 box of regular sugar and 2 boxes of sweeteners. So that's what you give to your diabetics. She also said for juices, at least 2 cases of apple juice, 1 orange and 1 cranberry. That's her par stock. In her home, because of the demographics, her residents go more for tea than coffee. So she always have tea in house. Always have 4 cases of eggs. Always have 2 days supplies of milk. Always have at least 4 bags of rice in house. And for her thickening agent, she said she need at least 6 boxes because of the amount of texture modification that they do to their menu. Also for her non-food items, her par stock for her pot washing soap, she needs at least 2 cases in-house all the time. So before it gets to 2, that's when she's going to place her next order. And also for her pot washing soap and her dish sanitizer, she needs to have at least 2 pails at all times before she even decide to place her order, because she don't want to run below those. Right? Think about if there's a weather condition where your truck can't get to you, or your truck is late. You don't ever want to not be able to operate your kitchen because you were not prepared. So this is an area. This is the dishwashing area over there. You could see on the wall the MSD sheet, which is very beneficial to the staff to help them to understand the type of chemical that they're working with and whatever PPE would be required for them to use while working with those chemicals. Take a look at all these gloves that are hanging around in this area. If something is disposable, single use, then it should be in the garbage after use. If it's not, it probably should be in the staff locker room. This is a picture of her paper products or paper goods storage room. Right here, you can see somebody's personal belonging. That's a definite no-no. No personal belonging should be in the kitchen, whether it's the prep area, in the storage area, it doesn't matter, there shouldn't be. Right now, she has an abundant supply of paper product, and that's for a couple reasons. One, obvious, because we're in a pandemic. If you should get into an outbreak, you want to make sure that you have enough disposable stuff to use for your residents. There's no point in using regular stuff, taking it back to the kitchen, and possibly contaminating your staff. Whatever goes to infected area should really be disposed of. She also has disposable trays. I'm not sure if it's caught in this video, but she does have some disposable trays in her storeroom as well. Also, we know that the fall is flu season, so it might not be COVID. It could also be influenza. Where you get into an outbreak, you want to have disposable plates and cups and bowls to use. Also, besides pandemic, there might be a situation where your dishwasher breaks down, or it could be a power outage. It could be a situation where your elevator don't work, and you would find using disposables very handy, because your staff will probably have to be taking food up and down the stairs. So taking china up and down the stairs can be quite heavy, not very advisable. So in that case, disposables will be the most appropriate thing to use. So you always need to have disposables on your backup. And she said for her disposable or par stack would be 2 cases of dinner plates, 3 cases of the side plates, the smaller ones, which are the 6-inch ones, 2 cases of soup bowls because she used them for soup and for cereal. And also she would need a lot of cups, knives, forks, and spoons. So she has some that she uses regular in the kitchen, and then she has her emergency stock put away for in case she would go into an outbreak, or maybe if a dishwasher break, or in case the elevator break or something. Those are the stuff that we need to think about all the time. When trouble comes, what do we do? This is a picture of her chemical storage area. So when you look at this too, you also want to be very mindful of pest activities. Every long-term care, every acute care, even at school, we have a pest control system in place. We do have our pest control company that we have contracts with. So, you want to make sure that your staff, whenever time you have your staff meetings, you want to let your staff know that they need to report any activities of pests that they see right away. Call the pest control company. Don't wait for them to come in. Let them know that you need to have them into the home. And you want to be very mindful of debris on your floor, anything on the ground, anything on the shelf, just to make sure that your place is being clean. Monitor your cleaning schedule, especially on your delivery days. Get ready for your delivery, number one, by cleaning and organizing your storage areas. So watch this video again and again, and answer the questions. I was talking to Francine too about difficulty that she has with receiving. She said for her, they have a window for delivery, which is from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. But sometimes, many days, she doesn't get delivery until 3 o'clock in the afternoon, sometimes even at 5. So she said sometimes that can be a little bit disheartening and very hard to plan for, especially when you have a receiver that has a set schedule. Also, they do have a manual system in place for doing their inventory, and she's hoping that eventually sometime soon it will be electronic, where she could just go to the room, scan her products, and then it will tell her exactly what she needs to order. So again, that's the video. Watch. If you have any questions, please reach out. And make sure that you're able to answer all the questions. Thank you so much.